How does a democracy die? Hi, I'm Hannah, I'm a journalist, and I've got some news for you. It's not always overnight. There's this book, which I've very randomly been interested in recently. In it, Stephen Levitsky and Daniel Ziblatt spent years studying democracies across the last century and wrote that the danger is not always in the soldier that seizes power. Sure, there may be dramatic events. The real erosion of democracy looks like the accumulation of institutional changes that individually don't seem big enough to be dramatic about. So today, for no particular reason, I thought we could go over their warning signs together with examples from other countries, of course, not mine, because why would I do that? Number 1. Rejection of the democratic rules of the game. In Turkey after 2016, Erdogan permanently replaced over 4,000 judges and prosecutors with loyalists. In Hungary, Viktor Orban used his parliamentary supermajority to rewrite the constitution in 2011, adding provisions that would insulate his party from future electoral defeat. In fascist Italy, Mussolini abolished elected local governments, replaced them with appointed fascist officials, and governed by decree, which meant that he passed laws without parliamentary consent. Man, sucks to be them, huh? I gotta go drink some water. Just watch my chair for a second. Number 2. Denial of the legitimacy of political opponents. Orban built a systematic national propaganda campaign around George Soros, a Hungarian-born Jewish philanthropist, portraying him as funding a foreign conspiracy to destroy Hungary through immigration and liberal NGOs. So any organization receiving foreign funding was tarred with this label. Mussolini's newspaper Il Popolo d'Italia ran coordinated campaigns portraying critics as foreign agents and traitors to Italy. But that couldn't be us! Thank God! Anyway, on to number 3. Toleration or encouragement of violence. During protests in October 2014 following the siege of Kobane, Turkish security forces and pro-government mobs killed over 30 protesters. At the time, the Turkish interior minister accused the demonstrators of betraying their own country. Hungarian police used tear gas against protesters demonstrating against Orban's slave law. But we wouldn't do that. Why would our government do anything against peaceful protest? That doesn't sound like us. First of all, why would we even have protests in our country? Like, don't be a silly goose. Come on. Don't be a silly goose. You're such a silly goose. Stop it. Number 4. Readiness to curtail civil liberties, especially that of the media. In Hungary by 2018, over 500 Hungarian media outlets had been transferred to pro-government economic muscle. Not direct state involvement, just private business, close to the government. Chavez used Media Licensing Authority to destroy Radio Caracas Television, a popular opposition-aligned broadcaster. Other critical voices faced regulatory harassment and withdrawal of advertising revenue until the owners agreed to sell to pro-government interests. Tax authorities in Turkey issued a $2.5 billion fine against the Dogan Media Group, one of the country's largest independent media companies, after its outlets criticized the government. It was eventually sold to a pro-government conglomerate in 2018. But stop! Our lives are not going to end up like this. Anyone can just make up a pattern. That's not us. We are the mother of democracy. I don't know if you've heard. So, shut it, please. Thank you, Shanae. So that was Hannah Abraham with some news for you. Eyes open, everybody. And truly, from the bottom of my heart, Jai Hind.